Welcome to Breaking the Vow on Strong Island Radio. This is a show where we turn pain into power and find recovery after divorce, separation, and breakups. This is where we push the emotional hang-ups to the side and create a plan to reach our best possible potential. This is where the next chapter starts and how the healing begins. So let's welcome your hosts, Theresa D. and Benny, the life coach.
And we are back.
The fabulosity in the room is incredible.
So I am Benny, the life coach. With me, as always, is
Theresa D.
Welcome back to another edition of Breaking the Vow. We have a very special guest with us today
Yes,
in
we
studio.
do.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, everybody. My name is Roman. I am 31 years old. I am a Libra. I have a California heart and a New York soul.
All
I'm
right.
an entertainer, performer, and LGBTQ plus advocate.
A fierce advocate.
Oh,
at
thank
that.
you. Thank you.
So-
Smoke and mirrors.
we do celebrate all cultures here, and that's very important for us with our show and just with what we do in our life. So we would love to hear more about you, your culture, what you know. We definitely want to hear about your dating experiences. We talk a lot about dating.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So all right. So
First and foremost, I want to say thank you. I'm very honored and excited to be a part of the show. I haven't done a show like this in a while, so
We
I'll
love
shake
you.
off the jitters and I'm ready to
Yes.
go.
Wait a second. I don't know about that. Time out. Time out. Weren't you just like? Didn't they just do a write up about you? Because I'm
Yeah.
hearing
Faces of Long Island.
They did. They
Yes.
did.
that's
They
pretty
did. It was
amazing.
actually
That's
very
amazing.
It's very sweet.
Can you tell me what Faces of Long Island, what that was about?
So, Newsday has their own type of section that they do, and it's called Faces of Long Island. And they just pick people who are just, kind of community members and leaders, kind of everyday people like we were speaking about before. And people who are just, they have interesting stories, or they're making a change, or maybe their story can help inspire other people on Long Island and stuff like that. And so with Babylon Village Pride happening and other stuff that I've done in the community, they were like, Roman, would you want to kick off be a part of like the summer series of like Faces of Long Island? And I was like, what?
Of course.
I was like, are you serious? I'm like,
Yes.
my face of Long Island? No. I go, shoot me from the left side. It's fine. But I was extremely honored and humbled. And it was honestly just like a full circle moment for me.
Yes.
Because Babylon is my hometown.
Yes.
It's where I was born. Well, I was born in Maine, but I was raised in Babylon, and I lived there for the beginning stages of my life. And to move back there and then to be like recognized, I don't
Yes.
know. It's just such a beautiful, humbling moment, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
So I think part of the great thing of evolving into the person that you are
Thank you.
is when you start off in this world, you're taught about these different roles, and you're taught about gender, and you're taught about
Yes.
what that
Yeah.
meant. And when you're a child, especially if your thoughts or ideas or feelings conflict with what you're being taught, what's that like?
Well, I mean, it's damaging. It's,
I think it's a great word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I feel like my generation was the last one maybe to kind of get, not saying that there's not cases out there, but my parents were maybe the last ones who were kind of on the fence about
Okay.
what sexuality really is and what that means having a child who might be queer. I say queer a lot more than when I say gay or lesbian. The reason why is I'm taking back the power of that word.
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Queer was used for a very long time as a damaging term.
Right.
It was very hurtful. It was meant to put people down.
Yeah.
So instead of saying I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm this, I'm that, I like to say the queer community, I'm queer because it's just, I'm taking the power back
Right.
from
You're
it.
taking that power back.
You're not going to use it to hurt me anymore.
Right.
And it kind of just incorporates us a lot more. There's a lot of colors in the rainbow,
And
there's
that's
a lot of,
empowering.
yes, and there's a lot of identities as well, which
Yes.
I am learning because this newer generation, it is definitely different from how it was in high school
Yes.
to now.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
so I am a little older.
Yeah, we're both a
A
little,
little
older.
older. We'll just say a little older. I'm gonna be 49 next month, right?
Damn, but you guys look good. See?
Yeah, I love that.
It's that
So-
Long Island water. It's that
I think
strong island water. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Long Island water.
Yes, it is.
I will take that. I
There's
don't-
definitely something in the water here for sure.
So I think that I knew that there were challenges when I grew up. So sexuality or sexual ambiguity and or the natural questions that people have in life somehow are connotated with this idea of, well, if you think this way, then boom, this becomes your identity.
100%.
Right.
And
That's not right, but yes,
Yeah.
but that's how they were thinking.
right.
Yes.
No, I
Yeah.
understand. It was just a thought process.
Yeah.
And it's also such an unfair thought process. And I will admit to, with all the regret that I can muster, that I was that bully. I was because, you know what? Growing up, I had an older brother who was gay. And I didn't know much about it. I didn't understand. I was too young to inquire. But I knew that there was something, quote unquote, we'll say not right. At least that was the training.
Yeah.
Right.
I
That's
was
the
given.
training.
Now, was that something your parents taught
No,
you?
no.
So
never.
then where did you learn
Did you
this?
read it on the bathroom wall? Where'd you
pretty
get
Where
that
did you,
from?
yeah, where did
Yeah,
you learn this
100%
behavior to say it's not
100%.
right?
Right.
So
To
would you
back
say
it
it
up.
was your society then?
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, because it is societal. What happens is we have been programmed to think, live, and believe a certain way.
Right.
And I've never been transgender. I have never raised a child who's transgender. I have no place in that debate.
Got it.
But where I come in wholeheartedly, like mental health is so important to me.
Exactly.
We never talk about psychological safety. Everyone tells you, safety first, right? Okay, safety first. What does that mean? Well, okay, don't cross the street without looking both ways, right?
Yeah.
But we don't talk at all about psychological safety. And I wonder, my question for you growing up,
Okay.
how safe did you feel?
So circling back to that beginning question, I feel like my generation was kind of the last one where it's like I still couldn't be who I was allowed to be because in that time, we're going back 2003. Yes, I'm dating myself back then to high school.
Not dating that
you
much,
couldn't.
kid.
Well, I'm just saying that like you still couldn't do same-sex couples and you still couldn't do things like that. And I have very close friends who are dear to my heart now, and their siblings are now in high school, and now everyone's open. I mean,
Yeah,
you're now
very
even.
different.
you-
I am proud of that.
You know,
But
there's
at the same time, Roman, you shattered that ceiling. You did that. And
There
I
was-
saw it at the Pride Parade.
Thank you. But there was many people before me. And
Yes,
so I'm just
I
following
get
along
that.
a path and I'm
Yes.
again that's very sweet for you to say that.
Yes.
But it's a big movement. There's a bigger
Oh, it is.
picture, you know?
Yes.
There's obviously New York City Pride.
And to be part of that is amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing, the messages,
Yes.
the positivity. Like I was nervous, putting Babylon Pride together because of Babylon. I mean,
Right. Yes.
let's be honest.
And rightfully so.
It's a very conservative town.
Yes.
It's a little bit of an older school type of town.
Right.
But let me tell you, and you're witness, that it was 100% love, positivity, no
Yes.
pushback.
No.
We worked very close with the mayor, and the weeks after, no messages, no complaints, no stuff. But sorry, I'm jumping all over. But bringing it back to growing up, did I feel safe? I'm going to be 100% honest. I did not. Growing up, I was bullied. I was bothered. I felt very uncomfortable. I was walking a fine line on how I wanted to be represented. Sexually, what I was into, and that's for everybody as a teenager. You're growing up.
Right.
I mean, you're a teenager.
Right,
It's
you're
hormones and
figuring it
stuff like
out.
that. But I was definitely pigeonholed into a place to where it's like, you have to be this or you have to be that. And
Sure.
even if I wanted to be one way or the other, there was still a consequence.
Right.
So I do want you to know something. As a friend of the show, you have now become family. You do
Right.
know
Thank you.
that, right?
Thank you.
There's another thing I need you to know. If ever in your life there is a second that you do not feel safe, I am extremely
Thank you.
You
I
should
greatly
die.
appreciate it. Thank you. That's very sweet. I can hold my own. I'm a good fighter. I've grown some
Yep.
thick skin.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I'm
just
But see,
letting
we
you
need
know.
more people like you. We need more allies like you to voice that, because the thing is now, and again, kind of looping back to the mental health,
Mm-hmm.
we need more older allies. And when I say older, the reason why I say that is because
'Cause I'm old?
No, because you've lived.
you're old,
no,
Ben.
because you've lived life. So
Right.
you know, let's be honest. You have teachers, you have students. So you've lived life. So if you are protecting a youth who's scared and they don't know what's going on, they're like, I might be gay. I'm cutting my hair. Does that make me this way? I'm doing
Right.
this. You saying it doesn't matter what you do. I'm here to protect you. I support you, and this is a safe zone. That speaks volumes, and that will change someone's life in an instant, and you don't
Yes.
even understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very
Absolutely.
true.
So we're gonna go to a break, and I'm before we go to a break. There's a lot of reasons why I'm saying what I'm saying to you. I have been part of opiate overdose recovery programs. I have been part of different recovery programs. I have sat with people who have been plagued with this mindset that because of who they are, they
Right.
believed the inaccurate idea that who they are was wrong.
Right.
Yeah,
And I've
And that's a sad-
sadly,
Right, it's
I
sad.
had to watch them die.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
bad.
that's what we're trying to.
Right.
Luckily, the rate.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
Yeah.
All right,
And it's
let's
hard.
before
Yeah.
we get
Yeah, I know.
let's
We gotta
go
pay
ahead.
some bills.
There we go.
Oh,
Ben, I found the greatest invention ever.
Okay.
I went to take my patio furniture out.
Okay.
And I realized that last year, when I put it all away, I put them in these big zipper bags from Wrap America.
Yes.
Life changing.
Yes. No. Rap America is awesome. Tommy definitely helped me out on a few different occasions. He
It
actually
holds patio furniture, wave runners, ATVs. It's weather resistant. It's the
advanced
best.
protection wrap
Yes.
is economical and a practical choice.
So call 516-830-0040, or you can go onto their website, wrap-america.com.
All right, since we have a meeting after this in West Islip,
Yes.
I got a place for us to go.
Oh, you do?
Because I'm going to be hungry. So we're going to go to Our Little Italy, 636 Union Boulevard, West Islip, New York, 11795. If you want to know, call 631-661-6246. Pickup and delivery are available. Ask for John. Go on www.ourlittleItalymenu.com to find out what they have. And
Oh, I heard they have good chicken parm. Hey, Ben,
yes.
I need to talk about solar energy.
Okay. I want to hear about
Lighthouse
it.
Energy Partners. Go solar and start saving today.
Makes sense.
Owner, operated by women.
Ooh.
We believe in order to close the gender gap in the energy field, we need to showcase key female players and keeping them behind the scenes. Their mission is to serve clients with the highest level of integrity, stability, and respect by viewing their customers as partners. Any energy project you have in mind, call on Lighthouse Energy, www.lighthouseenergypartners.com, 631-275-0091, located in Babylon Village, New York.
So I have great news. Since we do this show on divorce, when divorce hits, you know, maybe you want to sell the house. Maybe you need a C of O, a certificate of occupancy for certain things in the house. So if you're looking to make some home improvements, need an architect, contact Certified Drafting. Selling your home, need permits for existing structures, need a property survey, contact Certified Drafting. Certified Drafting will handle all building department matters, serving Long Island for over 20 years. www.certifieddrafting.com, office number 516-844-0420, or you can email Kevin Daly at certifieddrafting.com. Tell them you heard about this from the show, from Breaking the Vow, and you're going to receive a 10% discount.
We love Kevin.
I love Kevin. I think that's pretty awesome. And we are back. So, when I was young, there was a kid in the neighborhood. His name doesn't matter, but I remember him being, just butchered. Like, he was picked on.
Right.
And I
I
remember.
hate that.
Oh God.
But he was picked on because
Because
can
of-
you give me like a solid example?
Okay, so
He was feminine.
he certainly was. He certainly was.
Okay.
His choice of music was different. So I
Okay.
mean, he was dressing goth like before goth was like the thing.
Got it.
You know,
Okay.
so he looked different, acted different, sounded different,
Which is such a beautiful thing.
Right.
which is such an amazing freedom to have.
Yes.
But for some reason, in my generation, we used to rob people of that freedom. And
Yes.
the reason why is because we were afraid of that freedom ourselves. Most people are afraid of their own selves. I had to learn
Very
that
true.
the way people speak to you or treat you, that's a reflection of them.
Yeah.
100%.
So,
And it took me a while to get to that level, but I totally agree.
so
in my journey.
folks out there in listening land, I would like to respectfully describe who's sitting in front of me.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Stunning.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
You are dressed beautifully.
Stunning.
Thank you.
The makeup, great.
Yeah.
She's like, wait a second, I'm not
No.
going to be on TV. And I'm like, you should be.
It's just a little chapstick.
So, while we were talking before,
Just a little
my
SPF
ass.
and
Your
chapstick.
lips are like glowing.
You never reveal a secret.
That's
Come on,
true.
you
No,
know.
no, well, I don't wear makeup so much anymore.
Okay.
It was a long time ago.
I
did
can
this
see you with
thing-
some guy liner. I can see you,
You
with
know,
a little guy
maybe
liner.
with the beard, I
Yeah.
think it
Yeah.
goes.
I think it could
It
work.
does.
I don't have the
could be a
legs for
moment.
certain outfits, but I'll try.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give it a
Yes.
shot. I'm comfortable in myself.
There you
So, there's a show on television that I think is just, to me, it's inspiring. And I remember watching it. The first time I watched it, I remember thinking how daring it was. And then then I remember thinking, why is this daring? So RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
I have actually.
You thought that was daring? That's
Yeah.
funny.
Well,
Yeah.
it was because in my generation,
Yeah.
nobody would have been brave enough to do that.
See, it's funny because I guess I find that a little hard to believe in the sense of, so my mom and dad grew up around drag queens.
Yeah.
And this is another little part
We had
about
Boy
my-
George. That was about it.
No, I mean, but RuPaul comes from that generation.
Yes.
I mean, RuPaul
RuPaul's been around a little
originated
while.
from that generation.
Yes.
And I've had family members who were doing early drag at the Limelight,
Yep.
at Splash, at Webster Hall.
Yeah,
Hall.
Webster
I mean,
God,
so
yeah.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
it was still it was different.
It wasn't commercialized.
No.
Okay.
It wasn't fame. It wasn't successful. It was street underground.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Kind of like the ballroom dancing
Yes.
scene, which I absolutely love.
Yes.
I've been rewatching Paris is Burning and all those shows because I love it.
love it.
If you love dancing and you love like the heart of old school,
Yes.
so I love it. And it really tells a great story about the queer community.
Yes.
But yeah, so drag queens have been around. I mean,
For a long
I
time.
think they've probably been around longer than the dinosaurs at this
Yeah.
point. I mean, cavemen have been putting on some crazy things.
Yeah.
You know, listen, sexuality is not new.
Yeah, but see, drag queen and sexuality are
Are
different.
two different things.
They're different
But-
things,
So
yeah.
you were talking about like what cavemen were doing. So I don't know what cavemen were doing because I wasn't around.
Well,
But
to quote RuPaul herself, they said, we're all born naked. The rest is drag. When
Right.
you wake up in the morning, you're naked. So anything you put on is technically drag.
It's
We're
true.
born naked. Think about
Yeah.
listen, I'm
True.
it. It is.
Yeah.
When we
totally
get
true.
dressed up, I mean, whether you're a girl, boy, however you identify, when you go and get ready for the day, that is technically your drag.
Yes.
What I
is.
love about this is I'm open. Like I want to be open because I lived most of my life with such a closed-minded, narrow-minded view that I was trained to live by. So racism, discrimination, I was
Yeah.
trained. They lit a cross on fire next to my house.
Oh, jeez.
And I remember that I was just this little kid. I was like 6 in my feety pajamas, and my father, like, he was really like he hated racism. He hated bigotry. You know, I grew up in a Jewish household, so we knew about anti-Semitism. But like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand why would. I remember saying, "Pop, why would someone light a cross on fire?" I was too young to know, but I knew it had something to do with God. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
My father was because some people are stupid. He took me out and he walked me past all the police, all the news cameras, the firemen. He walked up to this man, God bless the dead, named Mr. Prowse, and he shook his hand. He says, "Not everyone feels that way." I think one of the reasons why I struggle so much when I hear about discrimination or hate crimes is because I was raised a certain way, and when, especially listen, I'm very open about my background, and I've been in recovery proudly for a long time. But when there was a time, I'll put it to you this way: if I could punch the old me in my face, I would have.
Yeah.
And it's why I want to be open now.
Well, I want to give props to your dad, first of all, because
too.
he taught you, and this is a very big message out there for everybody, is that hate is taught.
Yes, it is.
Discrimination is taught.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You are taught, it starts at the early stages in your household. You are taught by society, but if your house tells you you accept people for who they are, what they're not, you love them for their, their struggle, their blessings, how they look, how they choose to represent themselves, as long as you're not hurting somebody else, and you tell someone to love that and to appreciate that, then that echoes out of the household. Even
Right.
when you go to school or when you're influenced by social media
Yeah.
or television or whatever, because it starts at home. So your
Yes.
father was a very brave and great man teaching you to be the way to be
Yes.
accepting and saying that this was wrong.
God bless the dead. I appreciate that. See, when when I found out my oldest brother was gay, like he never told me. He said, "That's your brother."
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't
Right.
go, "That's your gay brother."
Exactly.
He
Well,
didn't
Right.
say,
and that's how it should be.
It never
Right.
came in like a conversation.
Right.
That's how
My
it should
brother, on the other hand, I remember when it became. So I'm an ordained minister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
Oh, look at
I'm a
you.
lot of things, man. So
Jack of all trades.
I really work
Man of
hard.
many hats.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk dirty here.
No.
Wait,
I
that
said
was
hats. I said hats.
oh wait, that was something else. Okay, I'm sorry. So we can't talk dirty. We're just not doing it right now. So I remember when it became legal for same-sex marriage in the state of New York. And I called my brother up, and I hadn't spoken to him in years. We don't really talk, and it's not because he's gay. It's just because we don't get along.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So I call him up, and I'm like, "Hey, listen, man. I just want to let you know that I am so happy that this is accepted now. Like,
Yeah.
if you and we'll call him Peter
Okay.
want to get married, it would be an honor for me to perform the wedding." And I got choked up. I was like so proud for him.
It's
And
a beautiful
he
moment.
got so angry.
Angry.
Why?
Yeah, he was like, "No,
Not
it's
where I
not
thought this story was
accepted."
going.
Yeah.
He
No.
goes, "It's not accepted. I wanted to be in the temple, and I wanted to." I'm like thinking,
Oh,
when the
okay.
fuck did you get religious? But he goes, "I'm not religious, but still." I go, "I don't have shame. If you have shame, that's not on me."
Right.
True.
And that is the one thing I have learned about different communities. Shame-based ideas and shame-based thinking. In order to truly be free, you have to get rid of that.
Yeah.
How did you, if you felt shame,
Oh, yeah.
how did you get rid of shame?
So that's obviously a long journey. That's a process, but I'll try
Yeah.
to shorten it as quick as possible. So
You could take up 3 shows. Don't worry
No,
about
no,
it.
what I'm
You're
saying
welcome.
is, so-
your family. You got the mic in front of you. Nobody's getting through me when I tell you.
Thank you. So first and foremost, I think this might shock a lot of people, but just because I am who I am and I'm, just living my truth, I believe in God. I am a firm believer in God. I believe.
I don't
He
understand
dec-
why that would even
Because I
contrast.
think people, not think, actually, I know personally that a lot of people always try to have this conversation and try to make it into an argument where it's like, well, if you believe in God and you're gay, you're going to hell, and this is the number one sin
some
and
people,
stuff like that.
Some people are on
So
the
I
play
don't
the gay
believe.
away.
So I don't believe that.
Right.
You have to take religion what it means to you. So you don't have to go to church to pray. You can go.
You're right.
I pray at my house. I don't have to go to church and pray. Anyway, so that's just how I feel. But in my teenage years, in my self-discovery, yes, it was a battle because I always will and truly believe in God and that He leads my life and puts me in the direction, the path I need to be in. So it was a long time in my teenage years where it's like, oh my God, I'm going to hell, but I love God and this is what it is. And then
No way.
I fell across the right church. And that right church and that right ministry that was at my, Holy Spirit was receiving, it changed my view. So I would say in my early 20s is when I fully accepted I can be, a gay, adult, loving human and still be loved by God, have His mercy, have His grace, And I truly feel if I stay on a good path, God willing,
Yeah.
that I will go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe in God. Not to say I don't believe in the universe and all that
Right.
stuff. I'm very spiritual as well. But yeah, it took me hearing it from the right person, the right, unfortunately, the right leader. That's
Yes.
what it took. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this goes back again to what I was saying about teachers and students. You have to be the right leaders to now help these people. Because how
Yes.
about if I was battling that mentally, which then contributes to my mental health?
Right.
That means I'm never going to be good enough for God, means I'm never going to be good enough for the church, but then I also have to walk around this world living a lie.
Right.
And then I'm going to do something bad. Do you
Yes.
understand? To myself.
I absolutely understand. We're gonna
Yeah.
pay some bills, and this is
Yeah, this is a
we
good
need
topic.
more
We
than
need
one
more of
show
this.
for
Can
this.
you
By
pay
the way.
my bills?
Yes.
All right,
Pay
and
the
we'll be
telephone.
right
We'll be
back.
right
folks.
back. Ben, I found the greatest invention ever.
Okay.
I went to take my patio furniture out,
Okay.
and I realized that last year when I put it all away, I put them in these big zipper bags from Wrap America.
Yes.
Life changing.
Yes. No. Rap America is awesome. Tommy definitely helped me out on a few different occasions. He
It
actually
holds patio furniture, wave runners, ATVs. It's weather resistant. It's the
advanced
best.
protection wrap
Yes.
is economical and a practical choice.
So call 516-830-0040, or you can go onto their website, wrap-america.com.
All right, since we have a meeting after this in West Islip,
Yes.
I got a place for us to go.
Oh, you do?
Because I'm going to be hungry. So we're going to go to Our Little Italy, 636 Union Boulevard, West Islip, New York, 11795. If you want to know, call 631-661-6246. Pickup and delivery are available. Ask for John. Go on www.ourlittleItalymenu.com to find out what they have. And
Oh, I heard they have good chicken parm. Hey, Ben,
yes.
I need to talk about solar energy.
Okay. I want to hear about
Lighthouse
it.
Energy Partners. Go solar and start saving today.
Makes sense.
Owner, operated by women.
Ooh.
We believe in order to close the gender gap in the energy field, we need to showcase key female players and keeping them behind the scenes. Their mission is to serve clients with the highest level of integrity, stability, and respect by viewing their customers as partners. Any energy project you have in mind, call on Lighthouse Energy, www.lighthouseenergypartners.com, 631-275-0091, located in Babylon Village, New York.
So I have great news. Since we do this show on divorce, when divorce hits, maybe you want to sell the house. Maybe you need a C of O, a certificate of occupancy for certain things in the house. So if you're looking to make some home improvements, need an architect, contact Certified Drafting. Selling your home, need permits for existing structures, need a property survey, contact Certified Drafting. Certified Drafting will handle all building department matters, serving Long Island for over 20 years. www.certifieddrafting.com, office number 516-844-0420, or you can email Kevin Daly at certifieddrafting.com. Tell them you heard about this from the show, from Breaking the Vow, and you're going to receive a 10% discount.
We love Kevin.
I love Kevin. I think that's pretty awesome.
And we're back. All right, let's get into it.
All right. This is what I love. I literally love everything you just said. I believed for a long time. So I believed that, they tell you what goes around comes around.
Yes.
And I believed that I was so inherently evil
Okay.
that I was meant to be at the underbelly of that cycle.
Okay.
And that is why I acted the way I acted. It's why I behaved the way I behaved. I bought into these idea of lies that there was something wrong with me. I never knew that there wasn't nothing wrong with me. I was raised with these ideas. I think I was like 12 when they told me I was emotionally disturbed. Now me, as a grown man, like if I ever caught someone telling a 12-year-old kid, "You're emotionally disturbed,"
Yeah.
I think I might be a little upset about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why you would say that to a child. I
Totally get it.
didn't. They gave me this title. Oh, learning disabilities.
Oh yeah, that
Who-
they like to put a label on it like that.
Yeah. I had opposition defiance disorder, rejection sensitive disorder, anxiety disorder, depressive disorder, and all of these things. I was just trying to find out who I am, and I was just knocking on any door possible because I just wanted to find freedom.
I mean, for a very long time, people believed that being queer was an illness.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, that this is real history, facts.
Right.
There is conversion therapy that is actually still going on across the world.
I was in a
Yes.
rehab.
Like, how sick is that?
Crazy.
I was in a treatment facility, which I will not say any names, and the owners of that. So, this is something I want to get into. So, immediately when I was younger, generationally, I was taught that you connected three very unfortunate letters with the gay community: HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
And it's first off
Which is
highly
nonsense.
Yeah.
it's inaccurate.
Yes, it's
So
definitely
I
inaccurate.
remember this guy came into the place that I was staying in. He was like such a sweetheart of a guy, and I was one of 3 Jewish people in the rehab. You know what I mean? They let us go to temple on Fridays. Not that I wanted to go to temple on Fridays, but any way to get out was like what I would do.
Yeah.
So I remember we were joking around in front. We were like posing down in front of the mirror, trying to be cool and tough and all that stuff. And the people that came to drive us came down and started screaming because they couldn't. We were supposed to be waiting for them outside. Okay. So we got in trouble for that. And then I remember him telling me. We didn't know that he was positive, so he was telling me, and he goes, "I have to leave here." I go, "Well, why?" He goes, "Well, I'm positive." I go, "So why do you have to leave here?" He said, "They told me the reason why I'm positive is because of my disease." And I said,
What?
"What disease?
I'm not following this. Yeah.
Alcoholism?" He said, "No, because I'm gay." I never felt so sorry
Yeah.
in my life because I was like, I didn't even. Again, I just saw him as a person.
Right.
It was
So
so.
gay was, I'm sorry to.
He was cool. That was his disease.
That was his disease. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. So that was his disease, and then because of that, he has HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
And listen,
That's just fear by the media, by the
Yeah.
way. So that's
Well,
that's how that all
that's
stemmed and
a
started.
projection
Yeah, it's a
of
projection,
someone.
and it's the media controlling it because.
Well, this person, I wouldn't say so much that person was the media.
No, I'm
But-
I'm
yeah.
just talking about in general, like honing it down to HIV and
What-
AIDS in general, and making it that big
What
thing.
I am so grateful about, I remember seeing the play Rent.
Okay.
Now I'm a writer.
Okay.
I write every day, and like my goal to one day is, I want to reach a certain level of writing, and I work at that every day. And I remember every day I would walk past this theater where Rent was, and the story of my mind is blank. I can't think of his name, but the person who wrote that, he died of AIDS the night before it opened, and I remember thinking how amazing this man was to me, because he put it all out there. Good, bad, ugly, no matter what you thought, no matter what you felt. It was so beautiful to me.
Yes.
And then I sat in the play and I went on a date,
You did?
kinda. I'm not a good dater.
No, he's not.
You seem very shocked by this
Yeah,
information.
Yeah, I'm
You
not. I don't
You
date.
took a date to see Rent,
I was trying to get laid.
Yeah.
So,
then take it to Starbucks, like you said.
Oh god. Oh god.
didn't get laid from Starbucks. That is just
But got
so
laid from Rent?
Did I get laid from Rent? I might have.
That's a different topic for a different
I
time.
might have gotten laid from Rent because I paid for Starbucks is like a little cheaper
Yeah.
than Rent. Like the movie Rent was,
Yes.
like $5 for the coffee. Like,
Oh
hey,
my god.
Right.
I
And I'm
split-
assuming you were with a female on this date to Rent, right? Let's just clear it.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
the radio.
yeah. I was.
Bazinga, just to clear for
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
for
no,
the airwaves.
totally, yeah. So
He was
she
with a female, ladies and gentlemen.
I was
to go
with a
see to go see Rent.
Listen, you
Not
look
that it
good.
matters,
Listen,
but-
I'm married. You look good, though. My wife's gonna be mad, but I don't
Please,
care.
let's not.
No,
Oh,
listen,
gosh.
I'm very comfortable with who I am. To be quite honest with you,
Which
know,
I love. I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never thought. I don't think that way. I used to, and I really worked hard to, like, kind of erase that type of thinking. But think about that movie and how that came out and how AIDS was depicted.
Yes.
Right.
And I remember that was the first time I ever realized. I'm like, wait a second. they're people.
Exactly.
Right.
We're human beings.
They're
Right.
people, just like me, just like anyone I know, just like anyone in my family, just people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think to myself, how ignorant can we be?
Right.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It is.
Unfortunately, yes.
So
we
again,
be
like
so
I said,
ignorant, we divide the
Yes.
country
Yeah.
well,
and the world. To
Right.
be honest with you.
right. So then, when you come here, to me, it's just an honor
Thank you.
and a pleasure because, like I said,
Always.
it is right.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, I think it's time. I want you to be celebrated. I
Thank
want
you.
you to celebrate who you are. And
Thank you.
you talk to me about helping people. Maybe me talking the way I had talked might help someone.
Yeah.
So like most people out there in radio listening land, I'm not a little guy. I'm a sizable guy. I'm a heavily tattooed guy. I got the New York accent, all that great. right?
Yes.
I have two different sides of me. I have a very soft and tender side, but I have a street side that I can get really affiliated with very quickly.
Got it.
But-
So he's got street cred.
Yes.
That's what I got from that part of the conversation.
Yeah, he does
He's
have
got
street
street
cred.
cred. He
Yeah.
just wants to let
Yeah.
like I don't.
he wants to
Yeah.
let the radio world know he's got
Yes,
street
he's
cred.
got
What?
street
You don't think
cred.
I have street cred? You don't think I could take off these Guess wedge heels and
Those
throw
are big,
down?
man. I just don't even know if I
You
can.
don't think I could put
Right.
this hair up in a cute little
No,
sleek
but
ponytail, whip
listen.
out some razor blade mascara, and
No, so
cause some trouble?
100% I do
Listen,
because
don't catch me in the restaurant.
Yes.
No, just kidding.
I
Do
can
not
tell you-
activate Roman.
Violence is never
I
the
can
answer.
tell you that as
I'll cut people
someone-
with my words.
as somebody who
terrible.
has I've done different empowerment classes in jail.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there was a guy who thought it would be a good idea to pick on someone.
Oh gosh.
In front of you.
No.
Oh.
Dude, I wasn't there. But
All right, good.
Yeah. No, I'm not going in. I'm just
Right.
there to help them. So he got beat up. You know.
Probably pretty
We're
bad.
not, we're
He
not
got
laughing
beat
about the
up.
beat up. I just want to clarify that. I'm not laughing about the beat up. I'm laughing
Right.
about how you said you're not going in. You were just there. So just to clarify that, I don't want anyone to think I was laughing about a beat up.
At that moment,
No,
Ben
you
did
can
not
laugh-
get arrested.
Ben was not going to jail.
No,
he
no.
was just there in the surrounding area.
And it wasn't even a typical.
That's why I was
It
laughing.
was a county jail in Long Island, which I'm not saying anything, and they were in the medical, and sweetheart just jumped up on the table, walked across the table, jumped off the table. Superman punched this kid right in the face.
Jesus. That's like some Orange is the New Black type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you know
That show
what?
taught me everything I need
Yeah.
to
I love that show.
It's
by
also
the way.
very,
But I
queer
will
heavy and
listen,
very acknowledging
listen.
of open identities
Yes.
and open sexuality. And what happens, like, piggybacking off of that just a little bit, is that when you're in jail,
Not that
you could be
know.
straight. I
Right.
don't, but I'm saying from Orange
Yeah.
is the New Black because the producer and the director talk about this very openly. These people were quote unquote straight their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
These
Right.
women were straight, been with men, been married, and then they get into this jail and form this relationship that's not sexually driven. It's actually more
Emotionally.
emotionally
Yeah.
driven. And
Yes.
So what does that make them now? Does that make them bisexual? Does that make
Well,
them
they-
open? Does
they-
that make them?
Right.
There are terms for it. Not that I
There is, but this is why I try to
like
say
pay for the stay, all that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
sexuality and identity is fluid.
Right.
Right.
And given that circumstance, given that moment, given that time, they open themselves up to an opportunity of love
Yes.
and reciprocated it. So why is that a bad thing? It was
Right,
two
it's
women.
not.
Oh well, what's the big deal?
Who cares?
And that happened in a jail.
Right.
But now let's talk about that in the bigger picture outside in the world.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I don't think people understand.
I think everyone's fluid, by the way. That is, I
Yeah.
100% stand by that. I don't
Yes.
care if you walk
Yeah.
on this earth and said you've never had same-sex relations or nothing. I truly feel in my heart and my soul, everybody is fluid.
Okay.
It crosses your mind once or twice. You might not want to talk about it. You might be shameful about it. You might be embarrassed about it. You might see, a girl from across the way and maybe want to kiss her. I don't know. Maybe you got caught up in the moment, or maybe you thought about something and there's nothing
It's
wrong with
actually
that. It's
called
beautiful.
Human
Right.
nature.
There you
Right.
go.
Like it's
Right.
anyone. So listen, anyone that says they never had the thought or the idea lies.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
See?
You know, I
fluid.
am secure in my masculinity. I'm comfortable with who I am. I know who I am, and I know who I'm not.
Well, I just wish most of the guys that I dated felt that way too.
I know,
and
right?
unfortunately, they do
I know.
not. So.
Me too.
So
And unfortunately, they're like ping pong balls. They don't know
Bunch
what's
of
going on.
crazies out there.
I respect and love everybody, but yeah, they got to stay on track.
yeah, in fairness, I wouldn't date me either.
Oh,
I'm a
listen.
good coach.
So we're
I'm a good life
going right
coach.
now. We're going to the last segment of the show,
Okay.
and we're going to talk about dating.
Oh,
That's
gosh,
what we're going to
that's
talk
All right,
about.
that,
Got
that's
it.
great. Yeah, there
Let's
we go.
pay some bills. Ben, I found the greatest invention ever.
Okay.
I went to take my patio furniture out,
Okay.
and I realized that last year when I put it all away, I put them in these big zipper bags from Wrap America.
Yes.
Life-changing.
Yes. No. Rap America is awesome. Tommy definitely helped me out on a few different occasions. He
It
actually
holds patio furniture, wave runners, ATVs. It's weather resistant. It's the
advanced
best.
protection wrap
Yes.
is economical and a practical choice.
So call 516-830-0040, or you can go onto their website, wrap-america.com.
All right, since we have a meeting after this in West Islip,
Yes.
I got a place for us to go.
Oh, you do?
Because I'm going to be hungry, so we're going to go to Our Little Italy, 636 Union Boulevard, West Islip, New York, 11795. If you want to know, call 631-661-6246. Pickup and delivery are available. Ask for John. Go on www.ourlittleItalymenu.com to find out what they have. And
Oh, I heard they have good chicken parm. Hey, Ben,
yes.
I need to talk about solar energy.
Okay. I want to hear about
Lighthouse
it.
Energy Partners. Go solar and start saving today.
Makes sense.
Owner, operated by women.
Ooh.
We believe in order to close the gender gap in the energy field, we need to showcase key female players and keeping them behind the scenes. Their mission is to serve clients with the highest level of integrity, stability, and respect by viewing their customers as partners. Any energy project you have in mind, call on Lighthouse Energy, www.lighthouseenergypartners.com, 631-275-0091, located in Babylon Village, New York.
So I have great news. Since we do this show on divorce, when divorce hits, you know, maybe you want to sell the house. Maybe you need a C of O, a certificate of occupancy for certain things in the house. So if you're looking to make some home improvements, need an architect, contact Certified Drafting. Selling your home, need permits for existing structures, need a property survey, contact Certified Drafting. Certified Drafting will handle all building department matters, serving Long Island for over 20 years. www.certifieddrafting.com, office number 516-844-0420, or you can email Kevin Daly at certifieddrafting.com. Tell them you heard about this from the show, from Breaking the Vow, and you're going to receive a 10% discount.
We love Kevin.
I love Kevin. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, and we are back, and we were laughing about certain things that will not be said on the air.
Right.
Exactly.
And I only wore the dress once. I just want to be clear about that.
What?
I only wore it once.
And it was a beautiful dress.
It was
Thank you.
gorgeous. You didn't have the right shoes, but
Right.
I didn't
it was
have
a
the right
gorgeous
shoes.
dress.
I would have done my toes differently.
Yeah.
Me, I
Right.
prefer white toe polish.
It's the little things. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't
Lit-
understand.
He
for
doesn't
us
get
that
it.
It's the little things.
I was
It's
working on
always-
it. I tried. You know what I
Right.
mean? The heels, not for
Right.
me. Not for me.
Right.
Listen, I did 4 costume changes during Pride.
Yes,
in
she did.
125-degree weather.
Oh, my God.
4 costume changes and
Yeah.
wig changes and like makeup adjustments. I don't know who I thought it
And
was.
totally
It was amazing.
flawless throughout all
Thank
of them.
you. Thank you.
That's so great.
It was a beautiful moment, but it was a lot of work.
So
Anyway,
we're not going to talk about what happens behind closed doors.
No.
yeah, no, that's a no for me.
That's called a private life.
Yes.
It's called a private life for a reason.
All right, tough guy, but you're the one telling everybody about me in Starbucks. So, listen,
Because I can.
you can.
It's true. It's
Listen,
true.
in fairness, I happen to be a very good coach. And good at
You
what I
opened
do.
yourself up to that. That
But I'm
was totally
I'm
your
honest,
fault.
and I have no problem laughing at me or my past.
And neither do I.
Same.
Laughing,
I get
she
that.
has no problem at
Laughing
laughing
at
at me
your
or my
past.
past. Yes,
Oh, there you go. There you go. Got it.
there you go. So
I'll laugh
now-
at your past too. No, just kidding. I'm
It's
kidding.
all right. Go ahead. I'm into it.
Learning
So,
experience. All learning.
dating tragedy.
Okay, so just dating tragedy. Oh gosh. Okay, there's so many, and I don't want to unravel all of them. But dating for me specifically, if you were to ask Roman, what is it with dating with you?
Yeah.
In my beginning stages of 30 years old, I am still personally trying to navigate men, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Not that, and this is going to be so funny because for them, I have to decide they have to decide, if I'm serious or just the fantasy or the fetish.
Yes.
So that's the real topic.
Yes.
And that's what plagues a lot of us non-binary, trans, queer folk,
Right.
is because they look at us as this pretty shiny object.
Right.
And then they have this fantasy and they have this fetish in their brain. So I am still learning. I've gotten pretty good at it, but I'm still learning a way to navigate who is using me for the fantasy.
Yes.
Which it's hard.
Which
because
brings like dating to an entirely other level.
Even to just normal heterosexual couples,
Yes.
it's hard. Like a
Yes.
man is gonna play you and
Yes.
take you to dinner and then expect,
Yes.
whatever.
Not all men.
like Ben.
Oh, okay. Well, for him it was Starbucks.
It was
but he
Starbucks
just
for
got
him.
her Starbucks and
Yes,
it was
and
fine.
that was it.
But for
She
me,
was not
it's
dateable.
well, I'm dateable. I am very, very dateable.
I think so.
I am a
And
great
Roman is
one-on-one
single.
person. Yes, I am.
Great.
So
Wait a second. Roman is single.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just had Jade on.
We had Jade on.
Yeah.
But I have we've been talking about like dating game ideas. And
Yeah.
I think,
Game ideas.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I think that would
Yeah,
be.
we'll talk about
Shoot us
that
a
after
message.
Roman.
Yeah, we can't talk about that show. We can't,
Can't talk about it now, but
X-Nay
we
on the
will.
That's fine.
Eating
will.
Day show.
But if
However,
anybody who's listening to this to this interview, if you want to shoot me a message
Yes.
at Instagram, it's at Roman Control.
Oh,
You
Yikes.
know? Listen,
how the voice goes down.
This is the
Yeah.
reason why,
Good for you.
because you have to be open to, there's different ways to meet people now.
Yes.
It is not how it used to
Yes.
be. We can't just
It
go to
isn't.
Starbucks. We can't just go to the library. I
Right.
can't just walk on the street.
Yep.
I know. I'm never going to let it go now that you
Yeah,
said
I
it.
get it.
So, if people are shy, I definitely am on Hinge as well. But if you want to shoot me a nice little respectful, polite,
Right.
gentlemanly message on Instagram, it's at Roman Control.
So,
And
You know-
maybe I'll entertain it. We'll see.
Right.
what I love, and I want to celebrate, or something you were talking about. So there is the fantasy, there's the fetish,
Yes.
then there's the person.
Yes.
So a good friend and a
It's
colleague.
like a whole other level.
It is. It really is.
A colleague of mine who I admire greatly, and he's somewhat of a mentor to me. He's gay, and he told me, he goes, "Honey, you know how I know I'm gay? Because I could live with a man and be happy.
Yes.
It's not just something I want to do in the bedroom and be like, get away from me, man. It's over. Like, I'm done. Leave me alone. Screw you. I'm not a fag."
Yeah,
Like,
he seems really comfortable. They're like, that sound like you said
Yes.
it a few times.
Yeah.
I've heard it a few times. It's actually
Have what? Oh my, see? And the truth comes out, guys,
And the
live.
truth
You
will
heard
set
it.
you free.
Yes.
No,
Because
do
you
you-
were
do-
really good at saying that right
No,
now.
Yes.
Did you
I was a little
remember the
throwback.
movie Cruel Intentions?
Of course I remember
Yes.
Cool Intentions. It's like a
Listen,
staple
everyone-
in the queer community.
Yeah.
I think I have it tattooed on my back.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I have no tattoos or no piercings. This body is
Just letting you know.
clear.
So there was this part in the movie where the guy who plays Pacey, I think his name from Dawson's Creek,
Yeah.
he's gay in the movie and he's entertaining like the football kid, and he's like, oh, the kid's got a mouth like a Hoover, but like after he's done, he's like, get away from me, man.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to that. It's just like, and the conversation I had with my friend, colleague, mentor, and he's like a brother to me. He's like, yeah, that's not me. I'm comfortable with who I am.
Yeah.
Other people are uncomfortable.
Well,
Right.
this is what it is. I always say whoever is going to approach this, whoever is going to come and want to take this on, you have to be very secure and comfortable in your skin.
Yes.
Age is not a problem for me, meaning like you could be in your 30s, your 40s, and I've even actually dated someone in their 50s. It's not
That
a
old,
problem
huh?
to me. Yeah, it's not that old. Stop. But I don't mind that. But what I'm saying is if you're coming to the table and you're walking on shaky grounds and you don't know what's happening and you don't know if you're coming or going left to right, I can't. You're wasting my time and you're wasting your time.
You're not there to
And it's
fix them.
I think what
Exactly.
You're not there to fix them.
Now, am I there to educate them?
Yes.
100%.
See, I want the education.
Not saying that I'm a teacher and I'm gonna no, but maybe, well, not maybe. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret that a few of the men that I've dated behind closed doors are different men.
Okay.
They let down the facade. I've dated
Okay.
mechanics. I've dated businessmen. I've dated, these quote unquote very masculine role type of jobs, but behind closed doors.
Bottom.
No.
So
What's wrong with you?
Stop
a
it.
lot
We
of
said we're
things.
not talking about sexual.
Right.
Things.
That was me, right? Okay, you said that or I said that?
I
said
think
that.
we
You
all,
said
that was a,
We all said that.
yeah,
It was
universal
Right, it
agreement.
was a vote.
we were
Yeah, it
just
was a vote.
it was just a joke, folks.
So, yeah. So those guys behind closed doors, which if you're listening, it's totally okay, and I'm not ratting anybody out, and I never
No.
would. I never
No.
will blow up anybody's spot. Everyone's journey is their own.
Right.
But those people I have been very honored that they have opened up to me behind closed doors over all these years.
Right.
And they've talked to me about certain things that got them to this point
Mm-hmm.
to where they don't know if they're diving into their sexuality or if they're diving into a fantasy.
Right.
They don't
Right.
know, are they really gay? Are they really into men? Are they just doing it because it was the hot thing they saw one time on Pornhub? It is
Right.
what it is. But these are the facts. These are
Right.
real things.
That's real.
Or
So you have to separate it.
Quite possibly,
What?
there's no gender attached to it, and they just looked at you as a person and say, "Hey, you know what?
I've had that's very funny you say that because I've had 3 men in all of my life who said, I don't look at you as anything, which is great because I identify as non-binary, so that's great. I don't identify as male or female. And they said that to me in our moment. They were like, I don't look at you, Roman, as this or that. I just look at you as the person.
Yes.
Imagine
person
how
is that-
amazing that would be
Oh,
if
no, it's
other
amazing.
people would look at
Yeah.
each other that way."
Oh, well, yeah.
Right.
That
Like,
would be amazing.
That's-
And
I-
it was
I
such
honestly-
a
That's
beautiful
the
feeling.
goal.
So when I have a conversation with someone, I don't walk up and like, by the way, I don't tell them my pronouns. I don't tell them, and in the mental health field, I had to be educated on that.
Yes.
I remember.
that's becoming more and more common, in which
Yes.
people need to start exercising more.
Yes.
The only reason why is because it does help with people's mental health. You don't know what's triggering them. So for me personally, I go by they, them.
Right. I didn't.
But for other people,
Yes.
they might want to be she, they. They might want to be he, they. They might. But I will definitely say it's always very polite, very respectful to just always introduce yourself and say, hi, these are my pronouns. You don't even have to ask them their pronouns because it might come off aggressive if you don't know how to say it properly. I'm
Right.
just speaking truthfully.
Yes,
Because it might
absolutely.
come off aggressive from a
Right.
straight cis.
Right. So I've had to.
man.
Right. I am that guy. So
Yeah,
like,
but
I've
if you
had
say,
to-
hi, these are my pronouns, it's going to open up the door for them to say, oh, well, he introduced his pronouns, so now I'm going to feel more comfortable to now introduce my pronouns.
Yes.
You know
Okay.
what- You know what I say?
It's very good to know.
And I've done sensitive interviews with people, just overdosed from heroin or like about to go to jail, and like and I said, my name is Ben.
That's it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I never attached who I am or what I do, or I don't look at them, and I don't. It's not important if they see me as a man or a woman or whatever they see me as. In my role, I'm Ben.
Which is great. But to some people, they've worked very hard for that identity. They've
Then
suffered a lot
when
for
they
that
introduce
identity.
it-
Yes.
So I always honor.
There was a
people.
lot of struggle in the queer community to be
100%
represented
they
and
were.
to
Yes.
be shown in the right light and to honestly just be respected. And I said this
Yes.
at Babylon Pride multiple
Absolutely.
times throughout the parade.
Mm-hmm.
This shows appreciation, acceptance, and acknowledgement.
Yes.
Like those 3 A's is what our community fights for on an everyday basis. Like I cannot stress
Yes.
that enough.
I can honestly say one of the things that I'm very proud of, any client that I ever had to interview, that however they might have identified, they all felt comfortable with me.
And that's great.
And
Because you're setting that scene. You're setting that
Yeah, well,
platform
yeah,
for them to
'cause-
feel comfortable.
Yes.
Whether
care
in
about-
business or personal.
Yeah, well, I care about you as a person.
Yeah.
Period.
And I feel very safe and comfortable here, and you've done a great job at
We
that.
love
so
you.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
We love you.
Well, you're
I
going to be
appreciate it.
back on the show real
Yeah.
soon because we got some dating stuff to go over. So
Yes.
Is this it? Was
This
this
is
block
it.
4?
We're done.
We're done. All right.
Block 4.
Yeah.
So we had a great day. The constructive conclusion is, Don't be ever be afraid to be who you are.
Ever.
I am Benny, the life coach,
I'm Theresa D.
My name is Roman.
and this was like the greatest show ever.
Yes.
I had a blast.
Yeah.
Have a good one, folks.
Peace out.
Bye.